12 months ago, Andreas Mikkelsen and co-driver Juho Hänninen came to Cyprus hoping to win the rally and be crowned IRC Series champions. In 2012, they'd already claimed the title, but wanted to finish in style. A blistering run over the tarmac super special through the streets of Pafos gave them an early lead in this mixed surface event. On the first full day of rally action, the Škoda UK Motorsport crew moved on to the gravel stages, where big rocks have a habit of making an unwelcome impact.
We had a puncture and we destroyed one damper, and we still need to do two long gravel stages, which is probably one of the roughest stages in the world. But we managed to get through. Actually, we managed to gain some time back after our puncture. Still a long way to go. 1 minute and 30 seconds up to Nasser, and hopefully we can catch some time back.
The Škoda UK Fabia S2000 was pushed fastest through stage 3 and stage 4. By the time they stopped for a service, they'd recovered a quarter of what was lost in the tyre change. Fully focused on counting down the clock, Andreas and Juho pressed on, setting 2 more fastest times, making that 5 stage wins from 6 overall. But even though their pace suggested a 6th from 7 might be on the cards, another puncture slowed them up for the last 7 kilometres of the day. For the Škoda UK Motorsport team to win the final IRC event, they'd have to be more than a second quicker per kilometre than the overnight leader for the whole of day 2. It started well as the Škoda UK crew nailed stage 8, 21 seconds better than the rest over the 19 kilometres. And they were 11 seconds faster over the 14 Ks of stage 9, before capping a perfect morning with an unbeatable run on the last stage of the loop. With limited road left, the IRC champions-elect stepped up the pace in the afternoon, pushing their Škoda UK Fabia S2000 to its limits and beyond in their victory chase, only to be halted by another flat tyre. On the final run, the crew swapped seats, with Juho Hänninen getting behind the wheel, a tribute to his major contribution to this team's success.
Oh my goodness me, Juho Hänninen, his last time in the car, and he's driven the car through. That is quite remarkable. Ulla, that is the biggest shock of the weekend. You've driven through this whole stage.
It was not my idea. He was telling and said, you take the seat, and we swapped the seat at the start line, and I mean so nervous, and he was laughing, so the worst navigator ever had. So now I hope you understand my position.
And while it was second place on the Cyprus podium, the Škoda UK Motorsport team celebrates becoming IRC Series champions again, the only crew to ever win back-to-back titles.
I'm very honored to be the very last champion of the IRC. But this is not the end. See you next year for more rally action.